Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Noble, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my Mayakashi deck profile. So the other day we had just gone over to the Shiranui deck profile, and Steve showed us his Vampire deck profile. Thank you, Steve. I absolutely enjoyed that. But I kind of want to show you guys the Mayakashi deck profile too. This is kind of like a lesser known zombie archetype, I feel like. If you ask people, a lot of people don't even know this one exists, but the artwork's great. Its budget is crap, and it's a fun deck to play. But real quick, before we get into that, I do want to let you guys know I'm doing another giveaway. We're almost at 2K. We're like a few hundred away from that now, which is freaking insane to even say because we just hit 1K last month. You guys have been absolutely amazing. So I'm going to be giving away this beautiful Infernoble Knight playmat that Mega Mats gave me. It has Roland, Emperor Charles, and the dude I can never remember his name, Fireboy, Phoenix Gearfried, Fire Dude guy. Super easy to enter this giveaway. All you have to do is be a subscriber, have that setting public, because I promise you I will check. I'm not going to give this playmat to someone who's not a subscriber. Give this video a thumbs up. Not only does that show you like it, it also circulates my videos around YouTube, which is really critical for a smaller YouTuber like myself, and I always greatly appreciate that. But then down in the comments below, let me know what is your favorite zombie type monster. It could be just because of artwork, it could be because of the effects, it could be nostalgia, anything. Let me know. Me personally, I think Shiranui Spectral Sword is my favorite. I absolutely love the artwork on that bad boy. I just stare at it every time I pull it or anything. But yeah, let me know what is your favorite zombie type monster. I'll be picking the giveaway winner on Sunday, so be on the lookout for that. I will pin the comment and we'll go from there. So without further ado, guys, I'm not a big fan of long intros. Let's get into this. So to start off with, we're playing Triple Daki, the Graceful Mayakashi. Probably not saying that right. But this one does is a level 2 tuner, and it has the effect where you can only control one of Daki, the Graceful Mayakashi. When a Mayakashi monster or monsters is special summoned to your field from the extra deck while this card is in the graveyard, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck the turn you activate this effect, except Mayakashi monsters. So do keep that in mind. We do play a lot of the Mayakashi extra deck in this one, but we do play some that are not. So just keep that in mind in case you were thinking about going something that's not a Mayakashi base. Next up, I'm playing triple of the Winged Mayakashi because I'm definitely not trying to say the first name. If this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon one Mayakashi monster from your deck, except another copy of this card. And like I always say, special summoning from the deck is one of the most powerful effects in Yu-Gi-Oh! So just being able to get this out and then get another body is really cool. And the fact that it doesn't have to be like a certain summon, if this card is normal or special summon, you can do that, which is really awesome. And you only use this effect once per turn, and then you're also locked into Mayakashi special summoning from the extra deck as well. I'm playing triple of Yuki Musume, the Ice Mayakashi. Tried my best. Did I get that? I tried to say it confidently. I don't know if I, tricked you guys, but don't know how to say that. If you control a Mayakashi card other than this card, while this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can special summon this card, then send a zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard, which is really cool. Being able to special summon this from either one of two places, your hand or your graveyard, you get a body on the field, and then you Foolish Burial something. That's awesome. And guess what? Yes, it does lock you into summoning Mayakashis for the rest of the turn as well from the extra deck. And then also one Wheeled Mayakashi. This card's good. I actually don't use this one as much for some reason, but what this one does is if this card is normal special summon, you can target a Mayakashi monster in your graveyard, except another copy of this card, you special summon it, same thing. It locks you into special summoning Mayakashi from the extra deck, and then the card that you did summon is in defense position. This is a good card. I just don't really know what to tell you. I don't really use this one as much for some reason, so I'm running it at 1. If you wanted to bump it up, that's totally fine. Alright guys, 2 minutes in, and that's it for the Mayakashi monsters. So for the rest of the zombie monsters, because the great thing about zombie decks is you can literally like throw in a massive zombie engine in any of them, I'm running double Shiranui Solitaire. This card is absolutely amazing. If you don't remember from the Shiranui profile, if you haven't watched it, shame on you, go watch that. What this one does is you can tribute a zombie type monster and you special summon a zombie type tuner monster at 0 defense from your deck. If this card is banished, you can target one of your banished Shiranui monsters, except another copy of this card, or up to 2 instead if something that we don't play in the deck is on the field. And then you special summon them. You can only use each effect Shiranui Solitaire once per turn. And then I'm playing 2 of my favorite zombie, Spectral Sword Slash. If this card is in your graveyard, except the turn this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one non-tuner zombie type monster in your graveyard, banish both it and this card. And if you do that, you special summon a zombie type synchro monster from your extra deck, whose level equal the total levels of those 2 monsters had. I just play this because it just helps out the consistency of this deck, because this is a synchro based zombie deck. I'm also running double Doom King Baylor Jock. If you wanted to only play this at 1, that's fine. I see a lot of people play it at 1. I see a lot of people play it at 2. I don't see a lot of people play it at 3, but I personally like this at 2 because it's a really cool card. But there's been times where it gets banished or like I don't have access to it because of something my opponent did, and I just wish I had 2 of them. So I'm just running 2 of them. It's a really amazing card. If you want to run it at 1, that's fine. You can totally do that. I'm also running 1 Jackobolin as well. What this bad boy does is you can discard a zombie monster, special summon this card from your hand. During your opponent's main phase, quick effect, you can target a zombie monster in either graveyard, which we do play Zombie World. Special summon that monster. You banish it, leaves the field, and then you banish this card face up until the end phase. I'm running 1 Glow Up Bloom. I can't find. I found my other Glow Up Bloom the other day, and I literally set it aside and got excited. Because a lot of people give me heat for only running 1 in the Shiranui. I just couldn't find it, but now I can't find where I put the other one. So I'm still running 1 Glow Up Bloom. If you wanted to run 2 of this, that's fine. I'm also running double Necro World Banshee because like I said, we do play Zombie World. This just helps out with the consistency of that. If you want to run 2 Glow Up Blooms, you can absolutely do that. I'm also running double Mizuki. You remove for play, or in nowadays terms, you banish this card from your graveyard, then target a zombie type monster in your graveyard, and you special summon it, and also running 1 Gozuki as well. I'm running a Plague Spreader zombie because freaking love this card. And then lastly, of course, we're running triple Unizombie because this is a zombie deck. If you don't know what Unizombie does, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field. You discard a card, and then if you do that, you increase the target's level by 1. You can target 1 face-up monster on the field. Monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of the turn, except zombie monsters, and then you send a zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do that, you increase that target's level by 1. You can only use each effect of Unizombie once per turn. Alright, so moving into the spells, I run in triple Zombie World, like I said, because this card is just freaking great, absolutely amazing, and wow, that looks really good. Woo. It makes everything on the field and in both players' graveyard zombies. And you can't tribute summon except for zombies. Like that's what it does. I'm also running triple Mayakashi Return. What this one does is it really helps out the consistency of the deck. On top of it being beautiful, you take a Mayakashi card from your deck, accept another copy of this card, and you either add it to your hand or you throw it in the graveyard. And you only use it once per turn. But it's just really cool saying, hey, what's the situation? What do I need? Hey, do I need this in the graveyard? Do I need it in my hand? I can go fetch it. Like, it's a really cool card. And like I said, it does help out massively with the consistency of this deck. And it's beautiful, so that's really cool as well. I'm running double Mayakashi in Winter. I actually don't use this one quite as much. If you want to bump this one down, you can do that. It's a continuous spell where monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack and defense for each Mayakashi monster of different name in your graveyard. You can only use 1 of the following effects of Mayakashi Winter per turn, and only once that turn. You can send this card and 1 Mayakashi monster you control to the graveyard and you draw a card, or you can banish this card and 1 zombie monster from your graveyard, then target a Mayakashi monster in your graveyard and you special summon it. I'm also running double Book of Life. I forgot this card existed for a long time, but you know this thing's old. It says Mug says magic card. You special summon a zombie type monster from your graveyard and face up attack or defense position, and then you banish a monster in your opponent's graveyard or remove it from play, as this one says. And then I'm also running 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 for 1, and then also 1 Mayakashi Mayhem. This one's I'm playing it because it's a Mayakashi deck. I want to stick to the theme, but it's a continuous trap, and if a zombie synchro monster or monsters is special summoned, except from the extra deck, even during the damage step, you can apply 1 of the following effects, and you cannot apply the same effect of Mayakashi Mayhem for the rest of the turn. You draw a card, set 1 Mayakashi spell trap card directly from your deck, accept another copy of this card, send 1 monster with the lowest attack your opponent controls to the graveyard, which is cool because it's non-destruction, non-targeting removal, or inflict 800 burn damage to your opponent. You only activate the effect of Mayakashi Mayhem once per chain. So that's actually it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So I'm running 1 Yuki Oni, the Absolute Zero Mayakashi. It's a link for 2+ zombie monsters. You can only control 1 of these. And you negate any activated effects of your opponent's banish monsters, or if a monster is special summoned from the graveyard, or if a monster phase is activated in the graveyard except during the damage step, you can target 1 other face-up monster on the field, change its attack to 0, and if you do that, negate its effects. You can only use this effect up to twice per turn. And then I'm running double of the Ice Mayakashi. It's a link to two Mayakashi monsters. You can only control one of these. While this card points to a synchro monster or monsters, your opponent cannot target this card for attacks. If a synchro monster or monsters is in your possession, is destroyed by battle, or an opponent's card effect while this card is on the field, you can target one face-up monster on the field, and its attack and defense become half its current attack and defense until the end of the turn. For some reason, this card really reminds me of, I don't know if y'all played Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, but like in like the ice place, I don't know why, but this card always reminds me of the boss in the ice one. I don't know why, but it does. Really random, but that's what it does. I'm also running one Vampire Sucker and one Avenged Savior, because these are both really great cards in any zombie deck. For the synchros, I'm running one Shiranui Sun Saga and one Shogun Saga, because you can use these and they're really great cards. They look freaking beautiful. For the Mayakashi stuff, I'm playing two of something I will not try to pronounce. Skeletal Boy is what I call this one. If a Link monster in your possession is destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one other zombie monster from your graveyard, and if you do that, you special summon this card. If this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can activate this effect. This turn, this face-up card is unaffected by other card effects, which is cool because this is a big boy. I'm also running double of Yoko, the Graceful Mayakashi, which is just like, oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. Of a synchro monster in your possession whose original level is 11 is destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect. While in the graveyard, you can banish another zombie monster from your graveyard, special summon this card, and then if this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can destroy a monster your opponent controls. And then same thing with the winged one as well. If a synchro monster in your possession whose original level is 9, blah blah blah, banish another one, special summon this, and if this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can destroy a spell or trap card your opponent controls. Also running one of the Poisonous Mayakashi. If a synchro monster whose original level is 7, same thing, banish another, special summon this card from the graveyard. If this card is special summoned from the graveyard, have each player send the top 3 cards of their deck to the graveyard. And then also the wheeled one, which has the requirement where if a synchro monster in your opponent's possession whose original level is 5 is destroyed by the card effect, same thing, you banish, special summon this mug. And then this card is summoned from the graveyard, you can activate this effect. This turn, your monsters cannot be destroyed by battle, which is really cool and really helpful. I do want to mention real quickly, if you wanted to run a Red Eye Zombie Necro Dragon, you could do that. I didn't really have the room, so I didn't do it. But this is a really cool card because he can get beefy really quickly, and he can just bring bodies into the field quickly as well. So if you want to take this in, you could do that. But that is it for the deck profile, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, the Mayakashis are like kind of a lesser known zombie archetype, I feel like. A lot of people didn't even know they existed, but they're really cool. Their artwork is absolutely beautiful, and they have some cool effects. And again, it's just like a synchro based deck as well with zombies, and you just throw in a big zombie engine as well, which is really cool. Like, the zombie archetype is like really vast, and it's really helpful, and it's really versatile, and I absolutely love it. So that is it for the deck profile, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you're here and you haven't already done so, what are you doing? Subscribe. Come on. Don't keep living like this. Don't do it. Turn it around right now. Turn your life around right now and subscribe to this channel. Do it. And while you're doing that, also hit the bell so you become part of the notification cloud so you don't miss anything. And then while you're doing that, also give this video a thumbs up so it allows my videos to circulate around YouTube. Like I said, it's very critical to a very small YouTuber like me. And I love you guys. Love you so much. Thanks for watching this video as always. I'll see you in the next one.